And welcome back to the first Saturday of the morning team, or first Saturday of the period team meeting, and it's actually the second Saturday. For those of you that were with us for the first part this morning, we went through new distributor training. If you're just picking this up on the YouTube channel, you want to go back and watch the new distributor training. We talked about a simple system for onboarding brand new distributors and a simple system for rapid rank advancement. One of the things that I didn't get a chance to talk to, and I'm going to address that in just a minute, is what to do for the next 74 days that we have left between now and the end of the year. But today, right now, this is our team-wide meeting, and certainly this meeting is not just for part of my personal organization, but rather anybody in Zija who wants to plug into what we're doing. Now, I encourage all of you to be plugged into your upline diamond leadership. Okay, these are the folks that are guiding your organization. They're directing the activities. They all have the same goal that we all have for our teams, is to create prosperity and success in all of our team members, and certainly in all of Zija's team members. I do this the first Saturday of every period, mostly to kind of get everybody focused and in the same direction, so that we can set some goals for the next 4 weeks, create the kind of momentum that we want to have in our businesses. Now, a week ago today, which would have been the normal first Saturday of the period team meeting, many of us were in Scottsdale at the ZijaONE Leadership Conference. It's the inaugural, very first Leadership One Zija Conference. And I want to take a few minutes and kind of recap what happened there. Many of you have already been able to get a lot of that information. Certainly some of you have gotten information more than what I'm going to actually share today. But I did want to talk about a few things, from my perspective. And I have an advantage over the average Zija distributor in that not only have I been around this industry for a long time. It's now 34, coming up on 35 years ago when I started my very first network marketing venture. And so I've been able to see a lot of evolution in the industry over that period of time. I think typically you refer to a generation as being about 20 years. So I'm coming up on almost 2 generations of network marketing here. When I first started in this profession, my focus was on being able to provide for my my first son. Okay, and now my oldest grandbabies are 18 years old. And many things have happened because of many, wonderful and miraculous things have happened in my life because of the benefits of being able to create extraordinary levels of income, to have that become a residual income, the personal development that I've gone through, to create that life that people dream about. What my life is not necessarily everybody's dream, but what is possible for everybody is to have the life that they dream of. And unfortunately, none of that's taught in the real world anymore. Okay, in the real world, you're taught to go to school, get a good education, go hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, hoping to get a job that you can hope to pay off your college education sometime before you die. Okay, and that's unfortunately where we're at today. And network marketing is the great promise for the average person. Okay, it is the average person's best chance to create what the wealthy understand. Okay, leveraged residual income, and to get to a point in your life where money no longer becomes the motivational factor, but what you can do with your money. And so today in Zija, again, a leverage, an advantage I've had. I've been with Zija for a long time. The company was in business, I believe, about 2.5 years when I joined. Okay, and they were a little tiny dinky company. At that leadership conference in Scottsdale a week ago, I looked around the room and realized that the only person who had been in Zija longer than I was David Moses, and he precedes me by like 3 months or something like that. And so the frame of reference that I get to see is relatively unique. Now, I've seen Zija, from its beginnings, very small company, very limited executive leadership, at the company side. At that time, we had one product when I joined. We had leased office space. We had third-party manufacturers for our product. And over, now what, 12 years, I guess, something like that, just about to wrap up 12 years. I've seen us grow to a company that has achieved things that, frankly, less than 1% of the companies in network marketing have ever achieved. We've been in business over a decade. We've achieved over $1 billion in cumulative sales in that period of time. More importantly, in this past year, 2019, we have done the singular thing that was missing in Zija, because Zija had all the ingredients. Okay, we had, the vision of Ken Brailsford, man who's established 2 previous companies that have been in business for decades, that have achieved billions of dollars in cumulative sales. We've got a product line that is second to none. Okay, when you look at the companies that are out there and the products that are being offered by them, nothing matches the quality, the science behind the Zija products. Okay, we, as far as corporate leadership goes, look at the field that we have, not corporate leadership, the field leadership. Look at the people that make up the Zija leadership base. And I'm going to miss a lot of people, so forgive me, if I didn't mention somebody that's near and dear to your heart. But let's talk about the tenured people in Zija. David Moses, approaching 30 years experience. I think he's 28 years he's been in this business at the highest levels. People like, myself, and I kind of feel bad putting myself in there because I'm a minor player compared to these people, but I've got 34 years of experience, in or around the industry. We've got people like, Sandy and Ed Cohen. Those names are, they're big in the industry. Reed and Yvonne Nelson, Pat and Terry and Mac McDonald. And there's, the names of the people that are the field leadership in Zija. There's probably 1,000 years of, at least several hundred years of highly successful, tenured field leadership in Zija. What have we been missing? We've only been missing one thing, and it's been at the executive leadership level. Okay, the people running the day-to-day elements of the corporation of Zija. This year, many of you know, we acquired a new CEO and management team. Jeremy Red is, for the first time in Zija, we have executive corporate leadership, people running the day-to-day operations of our company that aren't guessing how to take us to $1 billion a year. They've already done it twice before, 2 other companies. That's critical. Okay, if you invest, hundreds of thousands of dollars in developing a race car to go race, the Grand Prix, you don't want to have a novice driver. You want to have somebody that's already experienced at doing this. They're not guessing. They already know what to do. And that's what became so evident at the ZijaONE Leadership Conference in Scottsdale last weekend. Today, for the first time that I've ever seen, actually in any network marketing company I've been in, for the first time, we have a detailed game plan for the next 24 months in terms of activities, periods of, of push, our sprints, product rollouts, strategic product rollouts have already been planned and in place for the next 24 months. There is no guesswork. Here's the only element that you need to be concerned with, is your participation in what's going to happen in the next 24 months with Zija. So just a couple of quick things for you here, okay? We've got a 2-year product pipeline. I took notes on the different products that are going to be rolled out. Not an issue. If you want to know, well, what's being rolled out over the next 2 years? Don't worry about what's being rolled out over the next 2 years. Let me tell you what's being rolled out over the next 90 days, because that's all you need to focus on. If all you do is focus on your business 90 days at a time, you will create $1 million income. How do I know that? Because that's what I did. When I started in Zija, my goal was to make $1 million. But I didn't focus on 2, 3, 4, 5 years to get there. I focused on the next 90 days. And once I got those first 90 days out of the way, I closed the books on that 90-day game plan, turned around, opened the books for the next 90 days, and I did it again. And then I did it again. And I did it again. I did 4 90-day game plans back to back in 2008 to establish momentum. Did it again in 2009 to sustain my momentum. And then in 2010, I did it one more time. So count them, 12 back-to-back 90-day game plans to advance the momentum. And then at that point in time, it was game over. Okay, the organization grew on its own. Between the 36 and 48 months, I hit the first $1 million in income. 24 months later, hit the second $1 million in income. And I'm not sharing that with you to brag, because honestly, you shouldn't be very impressed with me. Okay, I'm not that good. I'm just a guy that focused on a simple system that could be duplicated by the masses, working a daily method of operation, and I focused on doing that consistently for a prolonged period of time. And once that was done, everything was in place. And there is not one single thing that I've done that can't be duplicated by anybody else. Okay, and when I say anybody else, I'm talking about, assuming, average, intellectual capacity and that sort of thing. See, you don't even have to be very good looking to do this, right? All right, so we already have our 2-year product pipeline in place, but let me tell you about the next 90 days. Something that is the most exciting thing I've ever seen in any network marketing company in the history of network marketing is the Zija DNA, let me get the correct term here, Zija DNA Wellness Kit. Okay, some of you have been noticing on Facebook, there's a number of us have posted little videos, taking little swabs and packaging up and sending them off. We'll be launching after the first of the year the Zija DNA Wellness Kit. This is a game changer. This is a program where we can offer as a product to our customers and distributors the ability to get DNA testing, very simple, and to be able to provide for them customized for their genetic makeup, customized meal plans, customized workout plans, customized utilization of the Zija products. Okay, this is as much of a game changer as electricity was, as a round wheel. Okay, the assembly line. These are literally the times that are changing the industry, because the industry has always been, no matter what the unique product offering or service offering was always a one-size-fits-all. My very first company was a healthy weight loss company, and the products, they worked really good for some people. Some people lost lots of weight, 10, 20, 50, 100 pounds or more. Didn't work quite so well for other people, okay, because it was a one-size-fits-all. In Zija, same thing. Our products are quite a bit better based on Moringa. Lots of people have gotten some results. Some people get really fast results. Other people's not quite so fast. Okay. The issue is that every body is different. Just like, me personally. Okay. I don't have the genetic makeup to be an extremely muscular guy. That's not my genetic makeup. I have to work really, really hard in the gym and do, lots of, Zija protein supplementation and so on to get even a modest muscular, increase in lean muscle mass, okay? Where there's other people that, they wake up in the morning, abs and pecs, okay? That's just their genetic makeup. We're doing something that nobody is doing, and we're creating the customized plan, both from nutrition intake, physical fitness routines, customizing the Zija products. We all experiment with our Zija products. I personally, I got the the deal where I just use them all, right? I'll just use a bunch of all of them, and but now we can take the guesswork out of it. That single initiative is going to separate us from every single health and wellness company out there, period, full stop. All right. Now, in January 2020, we're going to be introducing, and forgive me, I may not have the term right. I've been looking at my notes, I may will find it, but the first FDA certified meal replacement shake. Okay. This is a game changer. We have great shakes. Okay, with the I use the Zija plant chocolate. Well, I use the chocolate. I prefer the chocolate to the vanilla. I use the Zija plant protein product, 2 servings a day. Okay, I use the Performa meal sup or protein shake. I do that typically twice a day, definitely on gym days. Okay, I'm using a lot of protein supplementation from Zija. But they're not a meal replacement shake. Okay, the definition of a meal replacement shake, according to the FDA, is a whole different thing. We're going to come out with that. Okay, this is something where you will find, and there's no coincidence to this. This is coming out in January of 2020. What is the #1 New Year's resolution? What's the #1? Lose weight. Everybody wants to lose weight. That's why everybody's gearing up now. The Jenny Craig diet people and the gyms, everybody's gearing up because the big time of year is the beginning of the year. That's when everybody's New Year's resolution is to lose weight. That's why there's no coincidence that we are rolling this out. We're also going to be rolling out another product, which is a healthy coffee. Now, the people at the ZijaONE Leadership Conference, we got to sample these products, and I got to tell you, they're really good. I used to be a big coffee drinker. I stopped drinking coffee. Part of my Zija story, I stopped drinking coffee. I mean, there's still people that know me from the old days that don't think that's true. Okay, I used to be an incredibly avid coffee drinker, Shelley. My idea of drinking coffee, second pot was started by 10 in the morning. Okay, that was, nobody drank as much coffee as me. Doesn't mean I don't like coffee more. I love coffee. I just don't drink it anymore. But this was really good coffee. It's based on mushroom. It's got, infused with moringa. It's all about taking products that people already spend their money on, giving them a healthy alternative, a higher quality alternative, and allowing them to redirect money they're spending so that it's being spent in your Zija business. So 2 category creator products going to be released right after the first of the year. Another update you want to focus on, and this is going to be an incredible money maker for you over the next 74 days, is the Zija Christmas catalog. These are limited time products. The catalog was released 4 days ago, and for me personally, what I'm doing is I'm encouraging people, every month, every few weeks, go pick 1 or 2 or 3 items, as stocking stuffers, and set them aside. Get your Christmas shopping done before Christmas and start adding it to your little, stash. Now, think about this. Everybody's going to be giving little gifts to everybody during the Christmas holiday. Why not give them products that they're really going to like, that are healthy for them, and promote your business? I don't know when the last time you bought a Christmas present for somebody, but it was a tax write-off, but now it can be all tax write-off. I love tax write-off, like making money, hate giving it away to the government, okay? And then I don't mind giving the government my money as long as they do good stuff with my money, okay? Whatever the heck they're doing with my money right now, I ain't got a clue, all right? All I know is I know all the potholes on the way to the gym and I have to like drive around them. So focus on that Christmas catalog. What if all that did was add 10 or 20% to your organizational volume every week? That would be a game changer. But what would be even more important is all the additional exposures to the Zija product line that you're going to get through promoting that through your organization. So, to your product guideline or product pipeline rollout, the Christmas catalog and the Zija Genetic Wellness Program. Myself and the people who were part of that Leadership One conference were the pilot project, I guess, pilot group. And so we will be doing, our assessments. I think they said something's going to be a few weeks and we can get it all back. And we're going to start working with the customized meal, fitness, and Zija product line recommendations. And, I'm expecting here in 90 days to look 20 years younger and nothing but abs and pecs, right? So I don't know if the gals are looking for abs and pecs or to change this. Maybe I should just shut up right now. So last item I want to talk about, 74 days, folks. I've addressed this issue in a couple of recent Saturday morning new distributor trainings. You're probably going to want to go back and review them. The next 74 days between now and December 31st can set you up for the rest of your life. And it goes like this. These 74 days will establish the momentum you will receive that you'll have walking into the first of the year. The first quarter of the year is always the most productive quarter in the multi-level calendar. If you walk into the first of the year with full-blown momentum and you simply sustain your activities, whatever you earn in the first quarter, you can literally double, triple, or quadruple that in the last quarter of the year. Okay. However, if you don't walk into the first year, and this is the people that are thinking, oh, well, it's the holidays, Halloween's coming up, then there's Thanksgiving, then there's Christmas. People that wait till the first of the year lose probably 50% of the potential income they could earn in 2020 by simply walking into the beginning of the year, the most productive quarter of the year, being flat-footed in momentum. Now, why is 2020 so important? The next 24 months, 2020, 2021, those will be the formulation years of the next Zija, the billion-dollar-a-year run. The next 2 years will be the formulation years. These will be the years that people will be establishing their organizations, carving out their, little piece of the footprint of Zija. Year 3, 4, and 5, those will be the momentum years. And if you're following what I'm saying, you need to have that sense of urgency. The next 74 days will set up January 2020. 2020 and 2021 will set up your organization for the momentum years. The 5 years starting January 1, those 5 years will set you up for the rest of your life. Okay, some of you want to go beyond that. But the reason I'm saying this is because I've experienced it, at a smaller level, but I experienced it in a previous company. Okay, that previous company, I did what I needed to do. When I started with that company, it was actually in the summer of 1987. I built the foundation. I spent 2 years, the 2 following years, building my organization. Went into those next 3 years of the momentum phase. I made a fortune and was able to retire 8 years from the day I started. Okay, so what Zija is going to do relative to that is going to blow it away. So the things I'm sharing with you isn't because I think it's going to happen, because I hope it's going to happen. It's because I've already seen it happen. And you get to be, one of two people. Those people that knew it was going to happen and did it, or the people that heard me tell you it was going to happen and you didn't. Okay, that's the choice. So we're going to put a wrap on it this morning. I apologize, I went a little bit longer than I wanted to on our team meeting. You just check the little chat box here. Kate and Brian, right on the money. Walk into the new year with full-blown momentum. Coffee with reishi mushrooms. Thank you, Gilbert. I was going to say that it was based on the, but I couldn't get the reishi part. Reishi mushrooms, Gilbert from Winnipeg, he was there. He got to taste the coffee. It's healthy and delicious. Excited to get the test. Oh, and Gilbert is also, and Sharon, going to be part of that FDA approved. See, Gilbert, I should have just had you come over here and do the team meeting with me, man. Gilbert says the phrase for our meal replacement shake is FDA approved. All right. So one more time, one of our new up and coming rising stars, Gilbert is able to do all the things that I can't remember. And so just prove my point. Not that good. Follow Gilbert. All right. Let's see here. I think we've got it. I will sell the products. To approved. Candace, you should be getting really excited, Candace. You got it going on, and your team is just going to rock the Casbah. Jose, always good to have you joining us. And Jose, I get more excited about seeing young fellows like you embracing the Zija story because, that's me a long time ago. You have no idea how cool things are going to get for yourself. All right, I'm done here, folks. Have a great rest of your weekend. Make sure you plug in this upcoming week. Pat Anderson, Wednesday night, go to clubmoringa.com, www.clubmoringa.com, Wednesday night, 9:30 Eastern Time for Health Talks with Pat. The following day, this coming Thursday at 8:30 Eastern Time, an hour earlier, we'll be on with Biz Talks, and I don't have my calendar in front of me, so I can't tell you who my guest is, but it'll be somebody really cool, and I'll be there. And then again, Saturday morning, new distributor training. Same time, same channel, fredholmes.com/webinar. Have a great rest of your day, folks. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.